feel like they didn't have to do it. Like, just let it be good. Let it be that.
I am embarrassed and stunned to reflect on what I thought was funny when I was a 16-year-old kid. And I want to
It's the story people across Iowa are talking about right now. The Cyclone fan behind the viral Busch Beer sign at the Cyhawk game apologizes for racially insensitive posts he made years ago as a teenager. Just minutes ago, Venmo gave KCCI this statement saying it will still honor its pledge to Carson King. It reads in part, "Our intent has never changed, and we continue to support the patients, families, and staff members of the University of Iowa Hospital and clinics." Carson King's name is familiar to many Iowans. He's raised over $1 million to less than 2 weeks for the Stead Family's Children's Hospital in Iowa City. King says he's made a mistake when he was 16 years old.
I am embarrassed and stunned to reflect on what I thought was funny when I was a 16-year-old kid, and I want to sincerely apologize.
King says a reporter with the Des Moines Register found the post while doing a routine background check on him and asked about the post. He then contacted KCCI directly to hold a news conference to apologize for his actions as a teenager. King hopes the post doesn't overshadow his efforts to fundraise for the hospital.
I don't want, what I did when I was 16 to take away from the fact that, we're over $1.14 million for the Children's Hospital. I'm worried about it. I really hope people focus on the positivity that all this has brought.
The Register released a statement reading in part, "Some of the toughest decisions in journalism are about what to publish or not." A routine background check on King included a review of publicly visible social media posts, a standard part of a reporter's work on a profile. The reporter found 2 racist jokes King had posted on Twitter in 2012. The reporter asked King about them, and he expressed deep regret. Well, the executive editor at the Register goes on to say that editors decide that they would include the information, but at the bottom of the story, they thought they should be transparent about what they found, but not highlighted at the top of the story. King held the news conference before the Register published its profile piece. Late last night, after the Register explained their editorial decision, Facebook and Twitter users were quick to point out and respond with several examples of offensive posts by a Register staff member. Here's the paper's reply to comments. The Register is aware of reports of inappropriate social media posts by one of our staffers, and an investigation has begun. The Register did not name the reporter, but the author of the article on King, Aaron Calvin, has since protected his professional Twitter account. Well, as we said a few minutes ago, so many people are talking about this story right now online, at work, at school. And in the hours King apologized, Busch's parent company has cut ties with him. A petition is also circulating in defense of King's action. Listen to what some Central Iowans had to say.
He was doing good. It should have been left alone, regardless of whether something was dug up from his past when he was 16 years old. That's a pretty sorry way to make news.
The purpose is there. I think, everybody's got misdirection in life, and maybe that's what he went through then. And it's terrible that they can go back and pull up the past and use that against you.
King says he's still donating to the Children's Hospital. Anheuser-Busch will still donate to the hospital. And we will continue to follow this story all day long. You can tune in tonight for KCCI 8 News at 5 and 6 for updates.